In today's video, I'm gonna give you some tips on lifestyle changes that you can make today in order to start manifesting the things that you want quicker. These are some lifestyle tips that I personally have made that I've noticed have made a huge difference in how I can start to manifest things faster. So these are just things that work for me. Feel free to use any of these tips, pick and choose what you like, or share down below any other tips that might work for you. So I have 5 tips plus actually a bonus tip that I just thought of. So make sure that you watch to the end of the video so you can get all of the information, and especially that last bonus tip because it's actually going to be the most important one. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna Rebecca and I'm here with the intention to help you break through your limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears so you can own your power and manifest a life that you love living every single day. Together we explore this mindset mastery on this channel by discussing things like law of attraction, manifestation, lifestyle, wellness, and travel. If you want to work together one-on-one to figure out where exactly your limiting beliefs or blocks might be, we can work together to figure that out. I will leave all of that information in the description box down below. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So like I said at the beginning, these are going to be some simple lifestyle changes that you can start to make that could have a really big impact on the way that you manifest and how fast that you manifest. The first tip is so important, especially right now in this day and age that we're living in some interesting times. I mean, you can't deny that what we are experiencing right now on a global level, we're experiencing something that's going to be talked about for generations. So point number 1 that I want to bring up is to watch what you consume in terms of what you watch, what you read, what you listen to. There's really a fine line between staying informed about what is happening and oversaturating your mind with things that are just draining you mentally. There's a lot of shit going on right now. And I am still navigating finding a healthy balance between staying informed about the things that are going on and especially the things that matter to me. I want to make sure that I'm also keeping a healthy boundary for myself and my mental health, because in my opinion, there's a healthy balance between the two. All I'm saying with this, it's not necessarily referring to the news. It can also refer to the type of television, podcasts, music, movies, etc. that you watch. Just be mindful of what you're consuming. See what your intentions are behind consuming it. How do you feel while you are consuming it? How do you feel afterwards? And if it is something that you decide to do and decide to indulge in, maybe consider having some sort of a grounding practice that you go to afterwards to get you back into a better mindset. So if you want to read the news, maybe have some sort of meditation or something, or I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do to put you in a better headspace. Again, there's a fine line between staying informed on these things and just oversaturating your mind. The second tip refers to your home. For this, it's a few different things. Number 1, I recommend taking a look at the place where you call home, the place where you get to come, and it is like your sanctuary. It is where you come to recharge. Take a look at your space, and I mean, this is kind of like Marie Kondo sort of thing. Figure out, are there things in your space that spark joy or don't spark joy? Really what I'm getting at is like, make your space you. Make your space something that you come into and you just feel like pure joy and happiness. I completely redecorated my apartment within the last year and a half or so, and every time I come home now, I just feel such a sense of joy and bliss because I look at every single thing that I've decorated my home with, and every single piece of whatever it is, furniture, blankets, pillows, everything down to the last picture frame are things that truly bring me joy and bring me happiness and bring me good memories. Now that we're spending a little bit more time at home, it's more important than ever to have a space that you feel so comfortable in and that you love and that inspires you and just brings you joy. So that might mean scheduling some time out to go through your space and take a look at the things that bring you happiness or don't, or maybe you want to add in or incorporate. Think about how you can make your space more you, how you can make it something that you feel more comfortable in. For me, that helps to keep me in a good vibration, knowing that the environment that I'm in has the energy that makes me happy. The other thing too with your home is to keep it clean and to keep it, put together. Whenever my house does kind of tend to get maybe I'm about to film something and I've got stuff everywhere, or coming home from a trip and I'm unpacking and stuff is everywhere, I notice my energy just totally shifts and I am not in a good space. I get cranky, I get irritable, but as soon as I start cleaning everything up and the space is nice and tidy, it's just like peace, you know? So I encourage you to take a look at your home. Is it a space where you truly feel relaxed, inspired, good vibes? Because if not, then maybe over the next month or so, start finding little ways that you can make it more cozy or more, you know, just like feeling like a home and feeling comfy. Like maybe getting comfy pillows or blankets or plants or anything like that is just gonna help to really make it feel like more comfortable. At least that's for me. So whatever it is for you, make sure that you are having your space be something where you are coming home and you're able to just like relax and have that tranquil vibe. The third tip is all about your body. So for me, this was huge. I know I've said in another video, I used to have horrible self-esteem. Anyone else who has had or is currently struggling with self-esteem, you know that like one thing snowballs into another thing, which snowballs into another thing, which snowballs into another thing. I got so sick and tired of feeling that way, and I got so sick of just feeling the like self-loathing and negative stuff about myself. Little by little, I started making choices that started serving me in a better way. And I know it's really easy to kind of tell yourself like, okay, I'm gonna do this all at once and I'm gonna make these big changes, I'm gonna do everything. Maybe that's what works for you, and that's great. If that's what works for you, that's amazing. More power to you. Personally, I found that what worked best for me was kind of like tackling one thing at a time. So the first was like getting adequate sleep, then drinking enough water. And then slowly I started working out more and more every day. Like working out for me used to be so difficult to get myself to want to work out. So instead of being like, okay, I have to like work out for an hour or anything, I just started with like 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day for 4 to 5 days a week. Like I just gave myself that goal, like just 30 minutes. I just made the commitment to myself to move my body, and I found that it helped my mental health so much, and it helped me just to put me in a better mindset, better mind space, everything. That can be something that you challenge yourself with, whether that's just like moving your body, getting better sleep, eating healthier. The other thing that I want to mention, and I know this one might not be very popular with some people, a big decision that I made in my life to take care of myself and my body was to completely cut out alcohol from my life. For me, I have found that my life has completely turned around for the better ever since I stopped drinking. It makes me happier. I don't wake up with hangovers. I sleep a lot better. I was able to lose weight really easily. It was a lifestyle decision that I made that the positives strongly outweigh the negatives for me. I got to the point where I realized that it was causing me more harm than good. And what I have found in correlation with manifesting is that it helps me to keep my thoughts more aligned with the person that I am becoming, the person that I want to be. If you're drinking and you're putting those depressants into your body, your thoughts are very likely to follow that. I decided that, you know what, I want to be on this track. This is the kind of person that I want to be, and this just doesn't align with it anymore. That was a personal decision that I made. I'm not saying that this is something that you need to do in order to manifest, by no means, but I can say for me personally, it has helped in more ways than I ever could imagine. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But overall, point number 3 being taking care of your body, moving, sleeping, drinking your water, choosing foods that better serve you, that make you feel good, and maybe considering no drinking or substance or whatever it is. Again, these are just things that personally work for me, so you choose what works for you. The 4th lifestyle change that I made, and I started noticing big changes in my ability to manifest, was starting to just be more true to myself. That's kind of a big umbrella, like the things that go underneath there. One of the biggest things was saying no to things that I really just didn't honestly want to do. I started cutting things, people, and places that weren't serving me anymore. They weren't aligned with me and the person that I want to be and the path that I want to go on. A lot of these decisions came from spending more time alone and just getting more in touch with myself and understanding what it is that I want, what is the path that I want to be on, who is the kind of person that I want to be, and maybe spend a little bit more time alone. Take kind of a stock of the things that are going on in your life. Are you saying yes to things that you don't really want to be saying yes to? Are you inviting people into your life that really have no business being there? Are you doing things that you don't really want to be doing? So just like being more true to yourself. I think the more true to yourself that you can be, the closer you are to being in alignment with your higher self and being able to manifest the things you want a lot faster. The last point I want to share with you is doing things to raise your vibration. I know I talk about this at length here on this channel. What I mean by this is doing things that bring you joy, doing things that make you feel grateful, doing things with people that you love, having experiences that make you genuinely happy. Do more of whatever it is that makes you happy. Like, even if it's as small as a cup of coffee, even if it's as small as going to buy yourself flowers, even if it's just taking a bubble bath, whatever it is, do something for yourself today. The more you can do these things that bring you joy and happiness and gratitude and all of that, the better your overall lifestyle is gonna be, the more you will be happy with it in yourself, and you will be able to radiate that energy out and attract the things that you really want. So make sure you're doing things to make you happy every single day, even if it's just like a little thing, like 5 minutes. Just do something. Do things that you are like, this is for me. I am pampering myself because I freaking deserve it. And I know I had 5 things, but I'm gonna throw in this one little bonus thing here. The last lifestyle change that I made that made massive strides in my ability to manifest and is what is making me a master at manifesting is changing my mental diet. When I first started learning about controlling my mind, controlling my thoughts, being more conscious and aware of the thoughts that are going on in my mind, let me tell you, when I started going through that process of really being aware of what was going on up there, my entire life changed. Like, everything. It took probably about 1 week for everything to drastically change. And every time that I become more consciously aware of it and get more and more into tuning into what is actually going on upstairs, listening to those thoughts, the powers like amplify. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough. Your mental diet, your self-talk, the thoughts that you think, all of that, it is so important. If you want to manifest something, you need to see what it is that is going on in your head. How are you thinking about it? How are you talking about it? Because if it's not manifesting, chances are there is something in your subconscious mind or even in your conscious mind that you are thinking that's blocking it from happening. So once you start to turn that on and start to be more aware of the thoughts that you're going through, I'm telling you, all you need to do is literally just like switch it to whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you want to think, the more productive, more positive version of that thought, everything's going to change. Once you start to turn that around, your entire life is going to change. I promise you. If there's nothing else that you take from this video, let it be that, your mental diet. The bonus tip ended up being the most important thing. That should have been number 1, but whatever, here we are. You watched, there's the bonus tip. So again, these were just some simple lifestyle changes and tips that I personally have made, that I have noticed made a huge difference in my life. Whenever I started implementing any of these tips, this is like when I really start to feel the manifesting powers intensify. Also, if I ever am feeling like a dip in energy or whatever, because it does happen, like I'm human and I'm still learning these things, but whenever I start to feel like a dip, these are kind of like my check engine lights, right? So these are kind of the things that I go to be like, okay, well, how is my self-talk? Am I watching too much news? Is my house clean? Are things tidy? Have I been eating well? You know, all of these things, these are kind of like a list that I go to see like, am I taking care of myself? Like, that's basically what it is. Am I taking care of myself? Because if you're not taking care of yourself, how do you think you're gonna manifest other things? You gotta take care of yourself in order for those things to come through. So I recommend trying at least one of these things, and if it's one of them, let it be the mental diet. But if you haven't, you know, try out some of the other tips that I gave, see how it goes, come back here, comment down below, let me know how you liked it or if you didn't. Or if you have some other lifestyle changes or things that you have done in your life recently that you've noticed like, wow, this has made a huge difference in my life and how I'm able to like manifest or bring more positive things forth, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read those. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want a few more tips and things on manifesting, I've got a couple of things for you. The first is that you can sign up to get my 30-day mindset mastery book. It is a really amazing tool that you can use to get into the mindset in order to manifest anything that you want. It's basically the exact step-by-step process that I took in order to get into the mode of manifesting. So if you want that for free, all you need to do is be a subscriber to this channel and then comment down below on this video. Make sure you leave your Instagram handle. The second thing, if you want to work one-on-one together to figure out where exactly your limiting beliefs or blocks might be, we can work together to figure that out, and all of that information is in the description box down below. The third thing, you can sign up for my free resource library, and that is also in the description box down below. It's free for all of my email subscribers. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please feel free to like it, share it with somebody else, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.